Hello, everybody, to the Not Advised Judgies Hotline. Our extravaganza, boys, gals, non-binary pals. The marks us. This is our 47th episode of this. First time we've had a guest on it.
Wow, that's true. Hello,
Hi.
Aurora
Hey
is
guys.
here. What's up? You excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
Because you're a listener.
I am.
Now, what are your thoughts on the voicemail? I know I've waited 47 episodes to ask you, but what are your thoughts on the format?
I love it.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh,
By Charlie XCX.
Really? The
All
Charlie?
right. I'll stop then. No.
I don't care.
that is not Charlie
I
XCX.
love it.
Yeah, it is.
What?
It's featuring Charlie.
Yeah, she's on there.
It's
What?
Icona Pop featuring Charlie XCX.
She loves it.
Really?
Yeah.
She loves it.
I love it.
Ah.
That's Charlie XCX.
Okay.
I love it. Actually, I don't know if that part is.
Honestly, I don't either.
I
pretty
just
sure it is.
saw a TikTok
Yeah.
where she was like, this song's called something something. I love it, and then she's like, I love it, and then she's like, I love it.
Yeah, she says love and then love,
Okay.
which she is, unfortunately, B-slur. So,
British.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ooh.
Aurora, plug your shit.
Oh my God.
Please don't kill me like that.
I'm sorry. The page, I was logging into the soundboard and the page lagged for a second until I hit sign in again, but it was exactly where Gunshot was. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Aurora, plug your
was
dang
wild.
stuff.
Okay. One of the main reasons why I'm here is because I'm doing some new commissions.
And we love you here.
Thank you, and people love me here. Well, what I'm doing, other than pet portraits, I'm doing creature commissions, which means that you can submit any animal doing anything you want, or just an animal, your kid's imaginary friend, any concept that you can think of, as long as it's not about humans doing anything sexual.
What about furries? Is that human?
No, it's not human, but it's also, I'm not going to do that. So here's an example. If you want a little froggy guy
I love it.
holding a martini on a little stick, having fun, being colorful.
I Charlie XCX that shit right there.
Here's my best friend, little fish. He's a little store clerk. He's stocking up, but he's got little wet floor signs because he's a fish. They're accommodating for his needs.
That's
Very cool.
I thought I was your best friend.
I'm also offering more
She's moving right past
mediums. So this is markers and micron pen. I'm also offering watercolor.
Okay.
And here's one that I did a long time ago.
Ooh,
A little capybara.
that. I love
A little
watercolor.
friend. Me too. And then I have another little goofy one with a cat and a little skeleton looking at the night sky, or being in front of it. I don't know.
And where can they find your links at?
They can find it on my Instagram. It's at CrustToucher, CrustToucher. You can go in my link tree and find me there. You can go on my website, aurorascreaturecorner.store, and that's where you can find all of my commissions, things like that. The price points are exactly like the pet portraits that I've done if you have ordered one. Thank you for letting me be here.
AurorasCreatureCorner.store. Link is always in our description on every single episode ever since you damn created it.
Down in the frickin' doobly-doo.
Hey, man. Let's not bring Australian instruments into this.
No, that's a didgeridoo.
What did I say?
Not that.
Okay. Dodge Durango? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What?
The Dodge Durango?
Dodge
Circular
Durango we
breathing?
do.
This guy.
You got twice, dumbass.
I didn't say Dodge Durango the first time.
You just did, dumbass. Get twice. Absolutely.
I was hoping that it had been long enough that it would have gotten you, Josh, but
Unfortunately for you, I was just listening or watching to something about our show, and we were talking about twicing. Like literally yesterday. I can't remember the context. And you were talking about how much you really wanted it twice again.
well.
So, 'twas the twice before Rickmas, unfortunately for you.
Twice-mas.
We are here. We have voicemails. This is my birthday week episode.
All right. right.
So loud.
So this comes out on the 24th. If my math is correct, it's wrong. It's on the 25th. My birthday's on the 27th.
And how old are you? Like 42 or something?
Yeah, he's like 50.
32.
Wow.
Turning 32. I think
Okay.
I'm turning 32. I really think so. To quote a song that shouldn't be quoted. To paraphrase a song that shouldn't be paraphrased. Aurora knows what I'm talking about. This is our first voicemail. My birthday has nothing to do with the voicemails.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
These are just voicemails. They're from February.
Hey.
Oh.
We're making it through the list.
Well, Christian's birthday's in February,
In a way.
In a way.
but it is in February.
Yeah. In a way.
This call came to us from Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
This is a long one. It's a very long story. If you need me to pause at any point, please give me the signal. We all know the signal on this show.
Okay.
That's going to be confusing because you might be hitting that a lot. There's a content warning on this for both child sexual abuse and self-harm.
Lovely.
Jesus.
But I promise you, you will not see exactly where this story goes. So here we go. This is from someone who wants to remain anonymous.
Hi, Judgies. I definitely need to stay anonymous because this involves my professional life. I work in a job that has or that requires truck drivers to deliver the product. So there's a lot of colorful trucking personalities in the office, and I've grown to really appreciate how fun some of them can be. With that being said, a while ago, one of them came into my office, started asking me some weird questions about himself, and then proceeded to just, shoot it straight and said, hey, I just want to let you know, I got arrested recently, so I won't be in the office. My granddaughter accused me of touching her to her mom. And I, jumped back and was like, that's not just like some reason. That's a pretty big offense. He then was like, I know, yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how it happened. And he gave me the story about how he took her into the bathroom and he just happened to see, and he was like, no, don't look. And that's where the story ended from his end. But, for the most part, it was just him talking about, his character, and I could tell he was kind of leaning towards asking me to be a character witness. And in my head, I'm like, I'm sitting in an office with a potential predator. I need him out of here ASAP. I was like, well, if you didn't do it, you have nothing to worry about. He wasn't too much of a fan of that answer, but
Too
he
long
left.
of a pause.
I believe it was Christmas, New Year's break, so I was gone for a couple weeks. And then I come back and like, hey, where's all of our drivers? Someone said, you didn't hear? And they proceeded to show me a video of a car on fire. I was then pointed to a 911 call from our driver who got arrested, crying, saying there's no brakes in his car. He's going 100 plus on the highway. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. Take anyone with him. Tell his wife that he loves him. He really emphasized, I don't want to hurt anybody. Tell my wife I love her. What would you do if you were going that fast on the highway?
Huh?
What would you do if you were going that fast on a highway?
Well, I would call emergency services and be like, I don't know what to do. What do I do?
Me too.
And then you start downshifting, right? You like put it into.
Yeah, is he in a truck or is he in a car?
He's in a car.
Yeah, so I think you pull onto the shoulder and you just stop accelerating. And
Yeah.
I get that it's going to be scary. Unless there's a car in front of you in the next 3 miles, I think you're good.
I don't know. I watched a TikTok recently of like I think it was like a 15 or 16-year-old kid in the car and the brakes went out or the accelerator was stuck or something and he couldn't slow down and he wasn't pushing the gas and it's still like, and he was going over like 120 miles an hour. And I think they ended up like getting a cop car in front of him to like
Just slow down in
Like
front of him.
pit maneuver the cop
kind
car.
of
Like to ram into the cop car.
yeah, to slow it down or something. That's super scary though.
Yeah.
But where's this going?
Give you a moment to think. If you answer drive headfirst into a bridge pillar, then you are correct. So the video kicks off. He
Drove headfirst into a bridge pillar. Like into a concrete
I mean, that stops it
overpass.
quick.
Oh my god.
That's a way to stop it.
I gave him 3 miles. I guess he didn't need that far.
which, by the way, whatever car he's driving, holy moly, because the truck was obviously, damaged and on fire, but he lived very much alive, screaming because he was on fire. And this female cop who is out of the academy for 1 year, so very new, proceeded to go into the back seat, pull his seat down, rip him out of the car. She looked like Hercules because this is not a light man. I will say, clearly actions of a very innocent man. So I now hear this, and I'm like, okay. He comes in a couple weeks after that. Court date still due. That didn't go away. And he was covered in burns and missing his hair and in bandages and all that stuff and showing off his scars. You know, he was telling us about how much of a hero he was, how he couldn't stand to take anyone with him, and he did what he felt was right. My hero. What a guy. So then he comes into my office again, explains how the story has developed in his life and with the police and how he's probably not going to be back for a little bit because he's got to fight this. And like I said before, if you didn't do it, you got nothing to worry about. And so he proceeded to leave. 8 months later, I find out that he is in prison for 10 years for taking a plea deal that he was guilty. So he did it. He completely did it. It was he admitted to it. It was all awful. We have a prankster in the office. This prankster driver decided it would be funny to make a pillow of this driver's face. The one side of the pillow is his worker's picture, and the other half is his prison mugshot. We thought it was hilarious. We hid it in an office, forgot about it, scared the crap out of a coworker. I was like, I got to show my friends on Discord. I took the pillow home. My fiance is the one who put me on your podcast. Shout out to her. She's amazing. I forgot that I had left that pillow on the bed. Then I hear a ear shrieking. Never heard her scream like this in our entire relationship. We've been together 8 years. My dog Scooby-Dooing on the hardwood floor upstairs. I'm in full home invasion mode. Oh my gosh, what's going on? It was just the pillow upstairs that I left on the bed. Very high quality pillow, so I understand. It did look like someone was just laying under the covers and that someone was a now convicted pedophile. So I guess my advice that I'm looking for is, do I keep this pillow?
No.
Or do I give it away? Because I think it's pretty scary.
Goodwill.
But stories, I kind of don't want to get rid of it. But that's all. Thanks. Love you guys. Bye.
Oh my God.
Bad will. You don't give this to Goodwill. It's passing off a damn curse.
Bad won't.
Bad won't.
If you can find one of those are pretty regional, I think.
Yeah.
But if you can find one, drop it off there for sure.
So the brakes went out in his car mysteriously, if that's what we believe, and he chose to drive into the concrete pillar instead of like putting other drivers in harm's way. Is that what is happening? That's why he's a hero?
Why he thinks he's a hero?
Because he made sure nobody else got hurt.
Yeah.
And I think he was hoping to die in that crash, or what?
Yeah, to me, this reads like he was trying to fucking kill himself. Am I wrong?
Definitely.
And he tried to come up with a story of like, my brakes don't work.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
That's kind of what it seems like.
And then had to roll with the punches of like, yep, I'm a hero.
He saw a damn Sky King montage and he was like, huh,
That one's
I can't
rough.
get my hands on a plane. I guess I'll just crash my car.
Do you guys know about Sky King? Oh.
Really? That's crazy.
Sky King these nuts on your chin? I don't understand the joke. What's the...
It's a guy that stole a plane and like did
Washington
barrel rolls
or-
and flew, and then he's like, all right, well, it's been a good time, guys. Well, I'm in trouble, I guess, and then just crashes the plane.
He crashed into like the side of a mountain.
Damn.
Died, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't survive. Not many survivors of those.
No.
But he was just like on the radio with air traffic control, and
They're kind of trying to talk him down. He was like, you think this thing can do a barrel roll? And they're like, probably not. And he's like, and then he does one.
And then their traffic control comes on like, actually, that was an aileron roll, you dumbass. And that's when he's like, meow.
Nose down.
Yeah, I don't know. I to me, that reads like the guy was trying to kill himself and tried to come up with a story to make it seamless.
Yeah.
And then you survive, and it's like, man.
Also, that sucks for that cop. That's just, but
the only time it's okay to feel a little bit bad about it.
You think that you're saving somebody's life, and turns out they're a fucking pedophile.
monster.
You should have let him burn to death.
Should have waited 1 extra minute to respond to that call. Yeah.
Why the hell would he give any of those details to a coworker? Probably because he's an insane person.
Correct.
Yeah, I think as
He's
the
just
caller
looking
said,
for sympathy.
well, and like looking for a character witness to go on stage and be like, no, he would never.
On stage.
On trial,
stand.
whatever, stand, on the stand. To just be like, no, this guy would never. He delivers oranges for us, like whatever. That's kind of telling that the only person you have as a character witness is your coworker /
Yeah.
Like barely a I feel like that's
guy
somebody.
who doesn't. Yeah.
You like not even interacting hardly at all.
Yeah. It was a crazy story. Hey, shouts out fiance. Christian said it. We're a girlfriend podcast.
We are. Now, did we naturally bring up that Charlie XCX song?
Yeah,
think
I
so.
crashed my car into a bridge.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Whoa.
What the hell?
I had to look up the lyrics. I'm like, did Josh lead us in with
Incept
that? Or I think that came up naturally and we just fucking
I love it. Yeah, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
Kismet, really.
kismet. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
But
match.
as for the pillow, I say burn it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Burn it,
Why
give
are
it
we-
back, take it back to work.
Yeah, you
Let
don't.
the fellas have a
that's-
laugh with it.
You got to get rid of it.
This ain't worth the joke for me.
Actually, take it to the White Elephant gift exchange at work.
No, that's it.
That's the only either that or get rid of it, like burn it.
Yeah, I don't need a pillow of a pedophile
Yeah,
in the house
ever.
ever. I don't think.
Not even. You don't even have to take it home to share with the Discord. Al, if I'm being honest,
Yeah.
take a video on your phone. Send the video.
Yeah. And don't give it to Goodwill. Don't pass that curse on to somebody else.
That's what Goodwill's for.
I
Passing on
also
curses.
just got a Goodwill TikTok today. I almost sent it to all of you, but I didn't for some reason. But it was a grilled cheese maker. He's like, oh, and the Goodwill find of the day is a grilled cheese maker. And he lifts it up and he goes, it comes with the grilled cheese. And there was
Oh no.
old grilled cheese on the inside.
They didn't even check
They
it.
didn't even look inside. Ew.
Was it? Did you taste it? Was it good?
He did not taste it.
Okay, coward.
Would you have? $5 on the table. Would you do it?
How old am I?
Joshua.
Right now, Josh. Right now.
Right now, no.
Joshua.
Thank
If you
God.
got him 10 years ago,
If I was 19 to 23, a real good chance I'd do it for 10.
Oh, $10 back then went a long way.
Real good chance I'd
that's
do it
2
for
trips to
$10.
Taco Bell.
At least.
I could probably buy the grilled cheese machine with the $10. Set that one aside for me.
I am judging you that you would eat that.
Well, I wouldn't do it for free.
There's no amount of money that I would eat that for.
I wouldn't eat
Same.
the whole thing.
Oh, it's bad for me to eat a little penicillin. Oh, yeah, I'm the bad guy.
That's fruit mold, babe, not cheese mold.
Ooh, I thought it was just bread mold.
Isn't bread mold like one of the worst ones when it comes to food or something?
Probably.
I don't know where I heard
You
that.
get penicillin off of moldy fruit.
Moldy fruit.
Well, from one person in legal action to another. Meg, she, her, wants to let us know that we're...
The stallion?
No,
Okay.
not the
Be
stallion.
wild.
That we will be expecting to be served pretty soon.
Oh, fuck.
Great.
Awesome.
Hi, this is Meg, she, her, and I am
Stallion.
suing you guys
Really?
because I actually called my morning meeting at work a circle jerk
Oh,
in front of all of my coworkers,
oh.
just like brain-hearted, called it a circle jerk. So, you know, I'm gonna get fired, you're gonna get sued. Have a good life.
I mean,
That's fine.
You can't walk your way
We've
out
been
of that.
served.
Because circle jerk on its face, it's like people are like, "What did you say?" It's not immediately like offensive, but then
Yeah.
how are you
Yeah,
gonna?
you didn't say circle jerk.
Right, but then you're gonna be like, "Well,
Because
no,
everyone knows what that is probably.
it's a play on circle jerk." It's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that part." How are you gonna explain circle jerk?
I mean, here's
Just say that it was an accident.
Here's the positive.
You had
it's like 8 coworkers that now know about our podcast.
Thank you.
8 listens.
Oh, accidentally
ABP.
be plugging.
ABP.
Well, I
And
mean,
you know, all of the court system that will be in our lawsuit. They'll all know about the podcast too.
Ooh,
This
12
is-
jurors?
they're-
14 in case they have to replace 2?
this is why they say there's no such thing as bad press.
You're right.
Grilled cheese press. There's no such thing as a bad grilled cheese press. Give me a bite of that for 9. I'm talking myself down.
No.
9's almost hard to get.
Yeah, $9.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's kind of like a task.
Yeah.
It's you're doing a damn errand to get $9.
Yeah.
Thoughts on $9?
I hate it.
It's an inconvenient number.
Yeah,
dollars.
you can't buy anything with it.
I've never liked the number 9, if I'm being honest.
No.
9 sucks.
Whoa.
9
Wow.
sucks.
Yeah.
What if it's followed by a number in the between 10 and 20?
Fine. Great.
Oh,
Very memorable.
91. That's
Close.
more than 9.
You're really, really close. You're circling the drain.
yeah.
Between 10 and 20.
Sky
19.
Sky guy might have had some influence here. What'd you call Sky Knight?
Sky King?
Sky King. 9/11 was the joke, folks.
Oh.
Speaking
I also didn't get it.
of
I thought you just meant like any number after 9 because it was more than $9.
No, that was a 9/11 joke. Speaking of New York, this next caller,
Zoran Mamdani?
Imagine.
Katie Mamdani. I'm sorry, Zoran Katie. Katie, she, her has a story about some New Year's balls.
Okay.
Hi, Judgies. My name is Katie, she, her. It was New Year's Eve a couple of years ago. I was in a small town, and all of my really good friends were out of town, so I was going to a party for, like, friends of friends. I wasn't really close to anybody. I just got so drunk. I just wanted to have a really good time. I remember dancing, doing a conga line, just having a blast. I remember kissing a boy, and then, like,
Conga line at the New Year's kind of goes crazy.
Kissing a boy?
That's expected. That's my normal New Year's.
the next thing I remember after that is I am in the back seat of a car that's not my car. It was a Jeep, and I didn't drive a Jeep. And I was sucking this guy's dick, and I did not know who it was, and I don't know how I got there. And then the next thing I remember, driving home, which is bad. Don't drive drunk. The next day is New Year's Day, and I had signed up for the polar plunge, and I was so hungover, and I couldn't believe that I had to go do the polar plunge. When I get there, a good friend of mine is there, and he said, "Hey, something weird happened to me last night. I sucked some guy's dick. I don't think I know his name." And she was like, "Oh, you must have been with Boy." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I've never met him before. I don't know him." I'm like a little embarrassed, but whatever. And she's like, "Yeah, he's visiting. He's getting driven around by his mom." And I was like, "He doesn't have a car?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Whose car was I in? Sucking this guy's dick." I don't know whose car it was. And then I did the polar plunge. It was truly terrible. Never going to do one of those again. And then I bought a pizza, and then I drove home. And I don't think I left my room for over a day. And then that guy, it just became our thing. Every time he was visiting, we would hook up. And he was the worst, and I hate him. But yeah, I just think that was really one of my very good, fun New Year's Eve stories. Thanks, Judgies. Bye.
I want to know if the polar plunge helped your hangover.
Interesting. If you're not aware, polar plunge is jumping into a frozen river lake that you're
charity,
used to.
right?
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Hey, I do it for fun.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sick, fucked up like that.
I could be convinced to do one.
I could be convinced.
I cannot.
You know?
Josh will do anything, I think.
Yeah, even at my ripe old age. You know, eating a Goodwill grilled cheese, no. Polar plunge, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like just on Tuesday. You know, it'd have to be an organized event. I'm not just going out and doing it. I'm not an absolute, heathen. But I could be convinced to do it.
I thought you were an athlete.
Well, I am an absolute athlete.
But you're not just...
But I'm not a heathen.
Yeah.
You're not just going to do an ice bath on a random Tuesday?
I'll do an ice bath on a random Tuesday.
That's what a polar plunge is.
Yeah, I might touch something slimy on the bottom.
Yeah,
True.
you're
Or
going
a
to touch
rock.
something slimy.
You didn't account for the
Little
slimy.
fishy or a rock.
I don't know about fishy because it's cold. So
Fishy's still living there.
but they swim all the way to the very bottom, right?
Yeah.
But you are right about the slime. The slimy is a big deal breaker.
What if the ice bathtub wasn't cleaned and it's slimy?
Ew!
No, that's worse. that's like
Because
sitting
your
in
whole butt's on there.
Yeah.
True.
Not just your toe.
jumping in a river and just walking on one toe.
Tippy toes.
I'll tell you what, Katie, glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
Same.
Do you think you could tell? You know when people like you sit somewhere and you're like, there's a ghost in here. You think whoever got back in their car was like, someone got sucked off in here.
I mean,
There's a smell.
yeah. All sex has a smell.
I smell top in here. What the hell?
I don't think I could receive head in a Jeep with that many ducks watching me.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
I
Just
think that
the
would be
whole row of them.
yeah.
What about the mystery animal that's in the corner of every Jeep?
Okay, if I'm getting sucked off and I find the mystery animal, that's a win. I'm back on board.
Is that the weird little monkey thing that's like in
It's a different animal. In
Every
every
time?
It
Jeep.
could be a lizard or a frog or
Okay.
Yeah,
a
I want a
koala.
lizard.
See,
one.
I only knew about the ducks. I didn't know about the mystery animals.
It's
Yeah.
like molded into the plastic of like the bumper or
What?
Yep.
It's on
the
like the
headliner.
ceiling in the corner.
What?
I think it's also different
Yep.
for all vehicles. It's not.
different.
Stop
It's not in the
it.
same spot.
Yeah, you
Why
have to
don't
like literally find
Why
it.
doesn't every car have that? That's so cute.
Christian's learning some Jeep knowledge.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's esoteric Jeep knowledge like this out
Yeah.
there. Do the gladiators come with it?
The gladiators come with a lot of shame. That's what you kind of got to live
That's
with.
what I'm hoping.
Yeah. It's also really funny that you're like, yeah, we hooked up and this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate this guy, but we hook up sometimes.
Yeah. Hey.
I gotta say, I was a little concerned.
Yeah.
The blacking into blowjob is
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
that sets off alarm bells in my head.
The
When I
same.
was first listening to it, we all had the same, but
I'm glad you had fun at the end.
she was
Katie.
like, she had a positive, she had a good time.
Oh, hello, Looney Bin.
Blacking out of a Congo line and into head is crazy.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
I really hope nobody's head sounds like that.
I hope they all do.
Sorry, I'm distracted. Luna came in. Luna never comes in.
She yelled at you.
She yelled at me.
Mike probably got that
If I pick her up and put her on my lap, will she stay here?
for a minute.
Are we pro or anti conga line at the New Year's ball?
Dude,
I'm pro.
you gotta
That brings out some fun.
have such a yes and group of people to get a conga line going anywhere other than a wedding.
Yeah.
True.
There's a conga line at the wedding we were just at, and it surprised me. Like, it's not even something you see at every wedding.
No,
I
truly.
mean, it wasn't a true like conga line, but like
Yeah.
people got in the line and were moving around, and it's like even that's rare at a wedding, at a reception, I
Yeah.
should say. At a New Year's party,
That's crazy.
you got to be real excited about the New Year's.
Do you think the New because it almost doesn't even seem like it'd be possible to do it in like a house.
Yeah.
It feels like you need a wide open space to get a conga line started.
If you got a good flow, and like you could do it like in my house, like around
You
the
got
four
a decent,
rooms.
Yeah, you got a decent
You
floor
can't
there.
see everybody, but there's certain floor concepts that could work for
I
it.
really don't want to know what's happening at the end of the conga line if I'm at the front of it.
You got FOMO?
Yeah, I get a little sad.
Well,
There's a lot more fun back there.
whoa, is this a you think that it's a long conga line and you're just the only asshole with one person behind you. In your mind, there's 100 congas behind you.
Yeah.
Just turns into a giant game of Snake.
Yeah. And you run into a wall and it's over.
Wow. I thought it could go through the walls.
Well, another blowjob story. How about that?
Oh, lovely. Everybody's getting head.
This is from Mackenzie, she, her. She finds out she might be allergic to love.
Hi,
Oh,
Judgies.
nuts.
Long-time listener, first-time submitter. My name's Mackenzie, she, her. So my husband came up to me one day and was like, hey, would you like to give me a wonder blowj? And me, being the loving wife that I so am, agreed. And at the time,
What is that?
Wonder blowj?
I don't
Is
like
that
that.
just another term for a blowjob?
I think it's
Or is it
a
something
really good one.
specific?
I think it's a blowjob, but you're wearing a white dress with like blue, red, yellow polka dots on it.
Oh, like the bread.
Like Wonder Bread, yeah.
What about like a Wonder Ball? You guys remember those?
Yeah.
What's
what
a Wonder Ball?
The chocolate ball that had the little candies in there.
Oh,
That was like
yeah.
SpongeBob themed.
Urban Dictionary. Can you look up what a wonder blowj is?
Yeah. What about a Wanda ball? Wanda my balls on your chin?
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
That was really bad. Thank you.
Wasn't that bad.
It was.
Wonder blow, an insult. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I think it just means like a really, really good blowjob.
It's certainly a term that she said confidently, like we were all gonna know what the fuck that was.
yeah.
I'm guessing that it's just their little colloquialism for a blowjob.
Just a sloppy, absolute toppy.
Mackenzie's given out so much head that they had to come up with a colloquial term and then also uses that term so frequently that she didn't even, it's like second nature, didn't even have to think that nobody would know what it is.
Yeah. Or it's something crazy we don't know about.
Do you think it's kind of, because here's the thing, I'm not too offended with the word blowge.
Okay.
But I do think the wonder blowge kind of softens the blowge on some people in the cast that might not like the word blowge.
I don't think I like you saying it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Okay. Okay. What the fuck?
Why can't blowge? Well, I searched wonder blowjob and a lot of Pornhub came up. So
it's just porn.
Blow past my super hot girlfriend woke me up to suck my dick.
Blowjob Wonders porn video playlist.
Okay, playlist is crazy.
Only teen blowjobs.
Am I not watching porn right?
Wonder Woman POV blowjob. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Only teen blowjobs. Harmony Wonder wakes him up to suck. So there's somebody named Harmony Wonder. I think is what it's pulling.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I need a playlist.
Yeah.
I don't think I need a curated playlist to crank hog to. I don't think.
All right.
Are we good? Any other questions about Wonder Blowge before we play it?
I mean, I have lots of questions, but I don't think we're going to find the answers. So.
Life that I so am agreed. And at the time, I was just coming off of a cold or flu or whatever, was still feeling a little sneezy, but didn't think anything of it. My husband laid down in bed, proceeded to assume the position. You know, I started to do my thing. In the middle of it, I got the very sudden urge to sneeze. And I didn't want to injure him in any capacity, so I immediately pulled away, but wasn't quite quick enough and ended up aggressively sneezing directly onto his taint.
His taint, okay.
And his reaction was exactly the way that you would anticipate it to be.
All right, what's the anticipated reaction? Erica, Christian's going down and he sneezes onto your taint. What are you doing?
Oh!
Yeah, that's
and then
I'm probably going to laugh.
Christian?
Pretty close to that.
Aurora?
You got another one in you?
What if it unlocks something?
What if it kind of rocks? It could kind of rock.
Yeah.
How?
What if it's a real...
It's a sensitive area. I don't know. It might be nice.
No, your sneezes carry...
Powerful.
They are powerful and they are wet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're getting head. What do you mean?
I don't want your sneeze.
You don't want a powerful. You don't. Powerful and wet are parts of giving head.
I mean, what if it's one of those rare? I haven't had these in a long time, but when you sneeze into your hands and it does your Alec Baldwin from Cat in the Hat.
Yeah,
that might be nice in a taint.
No.
It might be nice. I don't know.
You're saying this as a man, and you have more than like a quarter of an inch for a taint.
That's
I'm
true.
working with
I got a lot
4.5 inches of taint.
Yeah, you can develop down there. No, but I mean, that's fair. But from my POV, and this guy's a dude, has a penis.
Yeah.
Therefore, theoretically, has at least mid-sized taint.
Sure.
Maybe a crossover. We don't know how much taint he's working with. Probably not a compact. And I just feel like my reaction would be like, okay. And then I'm getting head. I'm looking for a Jeep fucking animal right now, you know?
Yeah.
It's fine. Sneezes happen. Right? Thoughts? What's your reaction? And then
I'd get it, or I'd be like, can you get a tissue or something?
No.
Oh. Oh, God.
Let's see how Mackenzie's husband...
You know, the noises when it's happening are fine, but you recreating the noises into a microphone, I don't like it.
Let's see how Mackenzie's husband reacted, which Mackenzie again described as how you would expect.
Okay.
He was absolutely horrified. He immediately covered himself from head to toe with a blanket and asked me to leave the room because he said that he felt as though I had taken advantage of him in a vulnerable situation, which honestly, I can't blame him. I still regularly think about this. Also,
laughed so hard that I almost peed my pants when it actually happened because
Were you wearing pants?
it was hilarious.
She was just
Okay,
there for
love you.
Wonderblowj.
Bye.
Okay, but
Maybe
also,
Wonderblowj means just a blowjob, nothing after.
oh,
Maybe that's what a Wonderblowj is.
boring.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sucks.
I mean, yeah, that's the point.
How come they don't call them suck jobs? What are you saying, Erica?
Ew. Stop doing that.
I didn't know you're a pro like that, Judge. What the hell?
Oh my god.
He knows ball.
I don't remember. Oh, I feel like your husband's a bitch.
That's a crazy
yeah.
reaction, right?
That's a crazy
Why would
reation.
you-
It's not that big of a deal.
Why would you
just have a
ask
bad
your
reaction.
wife to leave the room?
That's what I mean. At first, I would be like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then I'd be like, "You good? Bless you. Are we continuing? How are you feeling about the situation?"
Yeah.
I just feel like I wouldn't cover myself up completely. I take advantage of him.
I just feel like he
That's
was.
a big step to
I
take.
just don't think he. Don't think he was prepared for the sensation of a sneeze on his gooch and butthole.
And that's fair.
And so he scurried away like a dog with his tail tucked between
With
his
his
legs.
dick
But
tucked
to
between
say
his
that
legs.
she's taking advantage of him over it,
That's really
That's
that's,
not-
a big step to take.
It's not that it's. He's not actually taking advantage of it. It's more like I didn't expect my butthole and gooch to get touched in that way.
to get misted.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a force behind it. I guess I'm crazy for thinking that I'm not touching my gooch that often. If I feel a pressure there, I'm gonna be like, "What's going on there?"
Interesting. I think it's pretty crazy to like pearl clutch and be like, "Oh my god," and like, yeah, cover up like you were just walked in on like having an affair and like cover up. And be
I
like,
think
"Oh my
that
God."
part's funny. I think that I need a minute is that's the part where I'm like, that's a little excessive.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and you're yelling at me.
I'm saying I'm fine with the the pearl clutch. I think that I need a minute's a little crazy.
I also said that the need a minute is crazy.
You guys are saying when I was disagreeing with you earlier, it's about the take advantage part.
He said
There's multiple parts going on here.
he said, "I feel like you've taken advantage of me. Please leave." And I'm saying he's being a little bitch.
I'm saying he can still feel taken advantage of because he got touched where he wasn't.
How?
He wasn't
touched there.
Be pressure on his ball and his gooch.
When we used to hang out with people who didn't know us super well, this is like 2019, 2020 era us. People would like come over and hang out with us and be like, "You guys are like hanging out with an Always Sunny crew IRL." And I feel like recently that energy hasn't been there between you two, and I love that it's back.
Yeah.
You guys are fully Chardy Mac Dennison right now, and it's a beautiful thing to witness.
Who's Josh and Always Sunny crew? Is he Charlie?
Please.
No,
He's not Charlie.
I feel like he's more
Christian's Charlie.
You're pretty close to Dennis.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, unfortunately that's the problem.
Can I get Mac? Can I wait? I can't be Frank.
I feel like you're kind of a mixture of a couple.
I
feel like I'm somewhere between Charlie and Mac.
I'll take a McBoyle over fucking Dennis. Over Dennis? He's a damn sociopath.
And the McPoyles aren't.
They just drink milk and have sex with their cousins. I think. I don't remember all the Always Sunny lore.
Would I even be in there?
Are you the waitress? She could be the waitress.
Yeah. You're like,
You're gonna hate to hear that you're Maria Ponderosa.
Oh no.
Is it Marine or Maria?
Marie.
With the big boobs?
No, you're thinking of Artemis, I think.
Oh, I am thinking of Artemis.
Actually, Artemis is probably like the character you want to be if you're an Always Sunny character.
There's like a thing on like Always Sunny fandom of like there's two characters that haven't been ruined by the gang, and it's Artemis because she came in already like fucked up.
Yeah.
And then I think the waitress because she's
Also
just
a little fucked up.
She's just normal.
yeah, she just hasn't been changed. But everybody else's lives get like demonstrably worse once they start interacting. With
Yeah.
them. Anyway, yeah, I think it's really funny. Turns out it wasn't a wonder blowj, it was an awful blowj.
Turns out.
The sneezy one.
I don't think I could get sneezed on in any regard, and it would make me pearl clutch like that. That's crazy to me. To a guy
Okay.
like me.
Okay. I was thinking like you were gonna freak out with any kind of sneezing. I'm like, brother, wait till you have a kid.
Oh, no. Getting sneezed on is different. And in this context, if I'm like sitting on a bus stop and someone sneezes on me, I'm gonna fucking freak out.
Yeah.
Me too.
That one I would
fair.
They
feel
would
violated.
get daggers.
Yeah, literal daggers.
And eye daggers.
Thank you, Mackenzie. We got 2 last quick ones here. Someone who wants to remain anonymous called in,
Coward.
referencing a very early episode of Not Advice. Like we're talking first 5 or 6.
Real fans.
It left me with more questions than answers.
Hi, Judgies. I'd like to remain anonymous, any pronoun. I was listening to your episode where you were talking about salt lamps, and I just wanted to say that I have licked every single salt lamp that I have ever come across.
Respect.
And, yep, they are all made of salt.
Are you a horse?
Oh.
What?
I thought you were saying, are you a whore? I didn't understand the connection.
A salt lamp whore?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Well, isn't there? But there's a name for like I guess maybe I'm thinking Lady of the Night. Isn't there like something about like street light worker or like there's something about? Isn't there a term for like prostitutes about street lights or something?
I'm sure there
Like the
is.
red light district?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, yeah. So somebody was just like thirsty all the time when they went to bed or something, and they had to get up and pee. And I just said like you should get a salt lamp and maybe lick it like a horse does because maybe your body is actually craving electrolytes. Licking, we were helping her brother move recently, and they had 2 salt lamps. And I
Did you do it?
Shit you not, I thought about it, man. I shit you not, I thought about licking them bad boys. I wish I had the fucking gumption that Anonymous had here.
Yeah.
So this is like a salt lamp you see in the store as well then?
You would
It
think.
sounds like it.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt here. You're not looking the salt lamps in the store.
But if you go
You
to
just
a
have a
friend's
lot
house,
of friends with salt lamps.
instead of going to check like the medicine cabinet of the guy you're on the date with, you go to his bedroom and lick his salt lamp.
Yeah.
And you realize all the salt's been licked off?
Do you
That's just a lamp now.
do you think they're like being covert about it? You think they're looking at it in like an inconspicuous spot? Like are they like looking the back of the salt lamp so just nobody notices? Like
Like the way you.
How do you lick a salt lamp inconspicuously?
like the back side of it, like a side that you're not gonna look at.
Like you're testing like a cleaner on it. You're like, do it in a spot where.
Yeah, you don't want to have a sting.
Yeah. And then it is. Are we licking each one once just for good measure, or is it? I need to lick it.
Do they
and
all
then-
taste the same? I do got questions.
We do actually have a lot more questions.
You can get different colors of salt lamp, right?
I
think
didn't know
so.
that.
So is that different flavors?
I
Yeah.
assumed it's all just that pink salt.
And is it good? Does it taste?
It
I mean, she says
probably
it tastes
is.
like it tastes like salt.
If
Well,
I
because it is salt.
Yeah.
if I run out of salt, can I just like take a grater to the bish?
Interesting.
But
Because
my
they sell pink Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
that's
right?
true. My concern here is how are you keeping it clean? Because like,
Licking it.
Lick the grime off.
but I don't want to lick dust.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your lamps get dusty.
Yeah.
So
Not
like,
mine.
are you cleaning it first?
I mean, it's salty enough that like
Nothing. can grow on
bacteria
it,
wouldn't
right?
be. So it would just be dust, right? Like it can be
Yeah.
too salty for like organisms. So you're not going to get.
Yeah, but I still don't want to
Yeah.
lick dust.
It's not the worst thing you could lick in a household.
That's true.
I-
Honestly, it
I
might be
agree
in
with
like
that.
top 10 of things you can lick in a
It's
household.
arguably one of the best things you could lick in a household.
Best thing outside of a fridge.
Outside of
Best thing out of a kitchen.
Yeah. Best thing non-kitchen edition.
Okay.
Because even a window, deceptively bad thing to lick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want to be a lint licker.
No.
Interesting.
Coward.
You lint liquor.
This just makes me want to lick a salt lamp. I
I
wish I would have
know.
taken my opportunity last week.
Yeah, because now you're gonna have to like sneak in their bedroom to try to look in. Then that's when it really gets weird.
But this is just straight up. We have to order one and lick it. This is turning into.
We'll have to get a mini one.
Yeah.
This is turning into cat piss. What were we?
smelling salt.
Smelling salt.
Yeah.
Cat piss.
Where it's
I
like,
mean, it's cat piss in a jar.
we kind of just have to do it. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Are we ready for our last voicemail?
I'm
of the night?
ready.
This is from Bernie Sanders' girlfriend, they,
Been a minute.
and Bernie Sanders' girlfriend, they, has vocally submitted a listener-submitted tweet that should have banged.
Okay.
Oh.
So we're going to do a live
Review.
And it's original delivery. It's not got any of my stank on it.
Okay.
This is Bernie Sanders' girlfriend, pronouns are she, they. Let me hold your balls while you hit this pen. I'm trying to see something.
Let me hold your balls while you hit this pen. I'm trying to see something.
I think it's to see if like your balls suck in if you suck on the pen hard enough.
Yeah, I see the vision. And
it does feel like it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're sucking as hard as you can, your balls are sucking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Your whole body went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The balls included.
Well, the balls are connected to the whole body.
I didn't know that.
Really closely to the whole of the body.
Thoughts on that scale 1 to 10? Should it have banged?
No.
Christian?
I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it bangs, but I do think it's a pretty fun. It's a fun thought exercise.
Yeah.
This tweet's for people with balls.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
No, I think it's also for people who want to touch balls. I think Bernie Sanders' girlfriend is a perfect example.
You guys are hitting off pens. Maybe it's for people with balls and pens.
Yeah. The pens is definitely an operative here.
Yeah.
You either have to have balls or pens.
Yeah.
And I'm down. If somebody wants to hit a pen while touching my balls.
Because for sure.
But you have to hit the pen.
If you're ripping a blinker, your balls are going up. There's no doubt about it.
That's why it's called getting high. If someone wants to hit a pen while I touch my balls. If someone wants to hit my balls while I hit a pen.
Who's somebody?
Our balls are quantumly entangled, so I'll hit a pen and you tell me if your balls move.
Babe, you can't get... We're like twins. Babe, you can't get jealous. This is for science.
Yes, I can.
It's my job. It's like an actor. Like, the actors touch each other's balls all the time. It's for their job. And yeah, they're hitting...
in court.
And yeah, they're hitting pens.
They're actors. Of course they're hitting pens.
If I was an actor and I was kissing somebody for a role, you wouldn't be upset, right?
I would. Yeah.
It was for a role. Role of a lifetime.
Yeah, I know.
Role of a lifetime.
What kind of kiss?
Passionate.
Yeah.
Balls are
Loving.
involved, obviously.
Is there chemistry?
No. I mean, it's on set. There's a whole romance coordinator, intimacy coordinator.
Yeah, but like, do you have chemistry with this person?
Yeah.
Well,
When you watch the movie, it looks like it.
Yeah, I'm a good actor, obviously.
I would be jealous.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, well then you can get jealous of the science experiment I'm definitely doing. I'm gonna do a live event where
You want the world to see your balls?
No. You know the like shitty YouTube dating shows where they have a curtain and they reveal like shoes first and then the pants and then so it's gonna be that and it's just gonna have a window of my balls and you're not gonna see it's me and then people can walk by and hit a pen.
So this is a glory hole situation.
No, it's for science.
It literally is a glory
It's a
hole.
double
science
slit
hole.
experiment.
It's double slit. I'm trying to see something.
You're not allowed to see something.
Right, I'm not seeing anything. But I'm hitting a pen. Huh?
They're hitting the pen, watching your balls?
Everybody involved is hitting a pen.
Okay.
I don't think that was the case.
In my science experiment, my double-blind, double slit,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
a pen is being hit on both ends of the curtain, and Aurora can't be upset.
I will be upset no matter what.
You can take notes.
Why does that not make me upset?
I don't know.
Science.
You love taking notes.
No, I don't.
I'll give you fun stationery.
Did you know why I failed a few classes in high school?
Because you were thinking about touching my balls too much.
No, because I don't know how to take notes. I was trying.
Do you think you could pick my balls out of a lineup?
Your balls?
Yeah.
If Josh can.
Yeah.
How many person lineup?
Let's say 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
See,
No.
because I do. Here's the thing. I'm like, who does this guy think he is knowing what my balls look like? I also feel like I could pick out your balls.
Anything under 10, I'm pretty
How
confident.
many times do you guys see each other's
Never.
nuts?
I've never seen Christian's balls yet.
I feel
Yeah.
like we've been together for 16 years.
Seen him twice. Both times you conceived.
One ball each time. So that's what the right one looks like.
I'm never like paying attention, I guess.
Wow.
So there's basically like a Sims pixelated thing over his balls.
I thought you were about to explain to me what balls look like.
No.
So basically,
there's a sack.
There's two of them. The skin's a little wrinkly.
Kind of looks like an elephant seal's nose.
Yeah, kind of.
When you're excited. When you're hitting a pen, maybe. But we'll have to see.
All right, can we move on?
Frankly. You don't think you could pick Christian's balls out of a 5-person lineup?
5 people, I think, yes. I think. I don't know.
The crazy thing? I think I could pick out your balls. I don't think I could pick out my own balls.
Can I get a sneak peek?
You got ball blindness. Sneak peek in what meaning?
Can I see his balls before I go in?
Yeah, quick reminder.
24 hours.
Okay.
24 hours.
Right. Well, now I'm going to have to start paying attention to your nuts.
What if it comes into play?
Life or death. Life or death. Life or you go deaf. You have to pick my balls out of a lineup. You think you're making it?
I hope so.
What?
I think I could do it.
Aurora?
Do I also get to see a little bit of thigh?
No, because I feel like that gives away too much.
So it's just like guys are poking their balls through a hole.
It's a little square where you see only my balls.
Only balls.
I'll let you
But
view
not
the balls
penis?
while we're hitting the pen.
You're gonna see.
No penis involved?
You can see like
So I
maybe,
could definitely pick that one out.
Maybe like a 1/4 inch of the bottom of the shaft. It's gonna be pretty hard to not involve some amount of the shaft.
The shaft's not gonna help me.
What?
I guess
that's where all the characters.
I'm having a real front or back of the shower moment of trying to think of what part's the bottom of the shaft.
Why? It's pretty clear which part the bottom of the shaft is.
Because here's the thing: if so, your balls are here and your penis is laying down, so it's like the bottom in my head is like down, so it's like
the underside of the shaft.
Okay.
The chassis.
Okay. Does
that make sense?
That makes sense.
You're gonna see like a 1/4 inch of the chassis.
A lot of character there. You are right.
Yeah. That's the exposition.
Okay.
The tip is the climax.
We're really deep in the weeds right now.
I'm just saying, like, you have a mole on your thigh that I could identify.
Well, we can't
you have a
that.
freckle on the tip of your wiener that I could identify.
Erica, you're giving out his secrets.
I'm just saying, if it's just
tell
nuts.
what the 11 spices and herbs are. Go ahead. Air it all out.
Anyways.
Aurora, could you pick my balls out of a lineup?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's what a good partner sounds
all
like.
Right.
Confidence. Arrogance. Would a pen help or hinder?
I don't know why.
And then would this help or hinder? It's really good to hear your voice. Say my name, it sounds so sweet.
No.
This one was off the rails, guys.
Hey, we have fun. Sue us. Wait.
No.
Don't sue us.
Don't open us up to more litigation. Clitigation?
No.
Now we're bringing the clit into this.